Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It is November 25th, 2025. That's amazing. That's so amazing. The year's almost over. Well, let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. Somebody asked earlier if tarot was witchcraft for me. I've never done witchcraft. I don't look at it that way. I receive messages all day long, all day, every day, in the night. Doesn't matter, 24/7. I'm always hearing stuff. For me, when I sit down and I utilize the cards, it kind of puts everything that I've received throughout the day into a storyline storyline format, so that it's more easily understood, I suppose. You know, I sometimes post other messages. I sometimes just take the notes and then I say it like that. But so this is this too. I don't consider it witchcraft because I don't reach into any individual person. I more read on the planet and kind of what's happening with the leadership and the energies and you know, species and kind of stuff like that. So, you know, the ascension and the descension and the unwinding of time and the stopping of it, entering into the eternal now. So I sit down here at the table and everything that I have received throughout the day is here. And then I just kind of shuffle the cards and I ask Spirit to share a story, you know, to kind of tap into me, tap into them, and let the story be told in a proper, cohesive, you know, understandable fashion. I hope that makes sense. I don't reach out to the underworld or the dead, or, you know, I don't play with that at all, that necromancy stuff. Although I very well could be a medium. So, you know, I can't deny that, because you just can't. Being an empath, you know, it's you're very, very sensitive to the energies, and then when you are clairaudient, you know, gets a little interesting. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, please help us put together a story for the collective energy planetary system. What do we got going on, Spirit? What storyline would you like to share with the collective? Please and thank you. All right. Woo, in the central energy, 3 of Wands, you've got success. You've got an opportunity here. Ready to go. Seeing the future. And you're ready. The boats are coming in. Okay, the sun is rising. The boats are coming in. The other day I received a message. It's time to wrap this up. We got some folks out there that are collecting energy. So it could be that there's some serious harvesting going on. I don't know how I don't know who they are, what species they are, but they're collecting energy. Foresight, the sun is coming up, the ships are coming in, the great unwinding of time, you know, all that good stuff. People kind of going to where they're going to go. Venture, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. In the subconscious. King of Swords. He's in charge. He knows what's going on. In the recent past, Seven of Pentacles. Your hard work pays off. Intentions and expectations. Woo! Ace of Cups. Love. Growth. So, you know, and I was thinking about this earlier, you know, it was funny because, you know, for 20 years, I had a lot of, you know, they were really trying to destroy my mind, you know, so it was really terrible. And I was thinking earlier, as I was praying to God, you know, and thinking about my protector and my new family and all that. And I thought, wow, you know, I think God may have let me experience what some deem insanity, so that if my protector goes a little cuckoo, protecting, that I won't run away in complete fear, right? So, you know, if it seems a little cuckoo, then I've already lived 20 years of a whole lot of madmen, you know, trying to destroy my mind and my and everything else. So, growth. Your hard work pays off. Your hard work pays off, and look at that. You got a cup of love. At least this is the way I like to think of it. I'm not reading for me, but it did spark a thought. An emotional awakening. And I heard somebody talking about the emotions earlier. Now, it could be that they were talking about, you know, kind of interfering in emotions, or it could be that they're concerned because everybody is starting to feel. You know, you got some folks out there who lost somewhere along the line the capacity to actually feel love or to feel kindness, you know, or anything like that. Sad. Temperance. Look at that. Ace of Cups. Big old cup of love and temperance. Your hard work pays off. It's not a dream. It's not a fantasy. It's actually here. The lens is being looked through. Ooh, whoa, that came out and bumped into the reverse. We got a High Priestess reversed. Somebody's, what's going on? What's going on in the in the environment? Page of Wands. We got a Page of Wands. Six of Wands. So there's a victory, and then we got Justice in the reverse. So you've got a victory over legal flaws and dishonesty, the unfairness and lack of accountability to those who perhaps were in the High Priestess reversed energy. You got a victory here. Victory over legal flaws and dishonesty. The unfairness. That's wonderful. What's the outcome? Spirit, outcome, please. 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. Well, excuse me. Those who were casting illusions or were deceiving people, they're in a Three of Swords energy. Because, so yeah, they're in a Three of Swords energy because the Queen of Cups and the Sun. So there's a rebirth of love for the mother within the territory. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. So Queen of Cups has got a happy reunion. There's a rebirth and the sun is shining. And you know, what, a year or so, two maybe, there was a message of vindication. Like there was going to be a vindication because of all the research gathered and the information and all of that stuff. So that's good because you've got there's a rebirth. Oh, you're battle worn. It's time to heal. It's time to heal from that 10 of Wands burden that you've been under. Yeah. Well. Excuse me. Victory over legal flaws. Oh, that, and dishonesty. This is so good. High Priestess reverse. She didn't have the intuition. She wasn't divinely connected. It was lies. Whoever you are, Temperance Angel, you were innocent. It was lies. Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Success. Woo! Success. Foresight. So this is, yes, luck is on your side and you will be traveling soon. You're using caution here. You're finding out more information. So you're using caution. You got this opportunity here. So you're gathering information, or maybe you have already gathered your information, but it's in the central energy here. So you're using caution. You're going to be traveling soon, and yes, luck is on your side. So there's a challenge here. We've got Knight of Wands, energetic and charming. What's the challenge? Someone else. Knight of Wands, someone else. Third party enemy. You got to be careful of these love bunnies coming in, trying to use relationship, their favorite weapon of war, to infiltrate families and communities and governing systems. You got to be careful. King of Swords is here. He's got mental clarity. He's an authority. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles. Your hard work has paid off. There's been significant growth. Narcissist is too full of themselves. Your hard work pays off. You're dealing with a narcissist that's too full of themselves. They may be trying to cultivate something. But you've got an Ace of Cups love. Somebody, there might be a narcissist like stalking you, wanting to, whoa, well that flew right on out of there. Pregnancy. So there's a narcissist. It could be stalking you, wanting to get you pregnant. We're going to get more clarification to see if it's, well, that's the past. So recent past, past. Temperance is here in the near future. So there could be an actual earth angel, because this is the merchandise that they've been siphoning and pretending to be for centuries. Divorce. Ha! The earth angel has got a divorce from this narcissist. So the narcissist used you to to make gain, to get results. Ace of Cups love. Intentions, Ace of Cups love. They're either in, well, that could have been their intention and their expectation, but here in the near future, we've got this earth angel getting a divorce. And it could be because this is what that was. You were using caution here. You're traveling. Luck is on your side. You challenge. This Knight of Wands is a third-party enemy. King of Swords knows the truth. Woo! Temperance angels getting a divorce. We got the High Priestess in the reverse. She was never connected to the truth. There was a whole bunch of lying going on and some deceitful convictions based on that personal preference. This person who was not divinely connected was getting people thrown in the freaking jail, into the hoo-ha, or whatever you want to call it. So now, we got, secrets. Fire sign. Fire sign. They have repressed feelings. They've lost their inner voice. And center, Page of Wands. In the environment, will not be back. In the reverse, Page of Wands, they're confident that they won't be back. They're fearless. They're confident that they won't be back, whoever they is. Six of Wands, victory over the dishonesty, the legal flaws, the unfairness, the lack of accountability. Justice in the reverse. Triumph. You have triumphed over the deceit of a High Priestess in the reverse. And a narcissist here. A narcissist. A third party. This is a third. So High Priestess reversed. Narcissist there. This is a triangular thing that tried to rope in. That roped in an earth angel. Saw their big old fancy cup of love and got them pregnant, and now we got a divorce. Or maybe that was their intention. Or we're gonna have to wait and see what's going on. We got victory and triumph over this lack of justice. These legal, deceitful legal documents. We've got honeymoon phase. So there's a honeymoon phase. So now it's time to go into the honeymoon phase. You got your 10 of Pentacles here. Inheritance, wealth, family, tradition, a fortune. Give it time. Everything in divine timing. Let it flow. We got some people who are out there real mad. Air sign. Gambling. Air sign, it could be gambling. They could have addiction, so they might be actually at the casino or whatever. Or they could have taken a gamble with their earth angel, and now they want to compromise and work it out because you have let them go. There's a divorce here. We got spies. So somebody's keeping their eye out on you, and we got a pet. There could be a familiar, a cat, a dog, something that has been spying. And we got some kind of confession and a guardian. Somebody may have the confession. A loved one watches over you, and someone has to tell you something. Love spell and commitment. You're protected. You are protected. So you've got a guardian here. So if somebody wants to come in and they say, hey, psst, I got something I need to tell you, you're protected from that, because this is somebody trying to use a love spell to gain a commitment with you. They're having challenges manifesting you into their world. This is, again, this triangular snatch trap or whatever that is. That's kind of clever. Just a few more months. Use your patience, because things are going back. Things are being settled. And, one cycle is ending and another cycle is beginning. And now is not the time to open your heart. Keep your distance from a water sign, because health issues will move on. You're unavailable. Tell them to move on. Yep. Move on, move on, move on. Use your intuition during date night, because we got a liar out there trying to be intimate with you, because this gold digger wants to move in. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, there you go. We got a gold digger wanting to move in. There's a narcissist there. They're working hard at it. They see your cup of love. You're a temperance angel. You just got divorced out of this system. We got a High Priestess in the reverse. Justice is going to happen. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Well, the one thing that I can say is that Divine Mother in one of her aspects said, let me just remind everybody, won't let them obtain you. So they're out here trying. They're trying very much to get this temperance angel martyred. Because they were taught that that was the way to get their shine. To create conflict and then play the part of the innocent person that they martyred. You were able to preserve yourself in the face of this vain person's creativity with your body. And somebody important sees you and has forgiven you. Because there's been attention brought to your hardship, the hardship that they've been putting in for these evermores, because they were addicted to your energy. And you're being congratulated, you're going home. It's a promise. All right then, you've learned a lot. You've learned a whole bunch. And you've kept your place clean. You are a sovereign being. It's been proven you are worthy. That's something that they have been saying a couple of different times. You are worthy. You are worthy of this increase. You are worthy of this advancement. You are worthy of being separated from these narcissists and from these high priestesses in the reverse, from these people who do not have connection with the Most High God, Source Divine. These people who do not, honor their life or the life of others. Not the same for sure. I mean, they probably have their own set of ideals, I suppose. Like getting people pregnant for money. All right, so you got success here. Woo, what is that? You got success here. So you're using caution. You're doing your research. There is, you will be traveling soon. Yes, luck is on your side. We've got a location here. Could be a hidden location. We got challenge position. We've got Knight of Wands and third party enemy, or the triangular opponent to sacred union. There's a change. King of Swords has mental clarity. Oh yes, he does. Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Kin. Seven of Pentacles, your hard work pays off. You have grown. As a result, this narcissist is there too full of themselves. What's going on? What's this? Ooh, what's that? Yeah, narcissist is there too full of themselves. He wants your peace. He wants your peace. You have grown significantly throughout this whole mess, and this narcissist is there. He wants your peace. Ace of Cups, his intention is, an expectation is to come in, get this new love with you, and get you pregnant. He's a player. You are the temperance angel. You bring balance to people. There's divorce. They want to, might want to divorce you from your temperance energy. What the heck? Promise. Did this third party enemy player make a promise? Temperance, middle path. Temperance angel, divorce, a breakup, and then we've got a promise. We got two gents there shaking hands. High priestess in the reverse. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're depressed. Justice. So there could be a high priestess reversed as a justice. They could be a fire sign. So we've got the Page of Wands Enthusiastic, they'll be back, is in the reverse. We've got a new compass, like there's a pathway, and we've got perfection, not cutting any corners. They may think that this new path is perfect. Six of Wands, triumph over legal flaws. The legal flaws perhaps filed by whoever this High Priestess in the reverse is. Is this a doppelganger? Is this a doppelganger of this Temperance angel? Is this somebody who wants to step in as this angel? They're trying to get this player wants to get somebody pregnant so they can tap that energy and become what? This justice. They want to become this justice. We've got Six of Wands, triumph over dishonesty and legal flaws. We've got a honeymoon. What's going on? Martyr. What? This is, they're setting somebody up. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe you have a victory here over the legal flaws, over the dishonesty, because you, on your honeymoon, was martyred. Your husband or whoever that was martyred you. This could be, okay, past, present, future, all right? But this is hopes and fears. It's like they won't be back. What is going on? We've got the new compass, perfection. Ten of Pentacles, inheritance. Give it time. Ooh, is somebody setting you up? Self-preservation. You're self-preserving yourself? What in the world? Survive. You survive. We got survival. Self-preservation and survival. Creativity, time, innocent, and defense. So you're defended this time. You're defended this time by the Creator because you are innocent. So you're being defended from the drama of these absent men. This could be men, like unseen. This could be these narcissists, misogynists, whatever they are, that are unseen, that are constantly talking about strategies of gaining energy and harvesting, their womb power or whatever, so that they can appear as though they're arcana and get the things that belong to a spiritual throne. Entertainment and body. Oh, crap. They want to appear as somebody important. You're protected. There's a defense from that. You survived. You were able to preserve your life. What in the heck? So, Temperance angel has divorced, experiencing a breakup. There's a promise. I don't want to read this as a negative. I always love the good time stories, and it ends well with survival, but I'm reading for you. I'm not reading for this High Priestess reversed. No, I'm not. But let's check it out, because we don't want you to get set up. We don't want you to get set up. I don't want to get set up. All right, so opportunity. There you have an opportunity. It could be an overseas opportunity. The sun is coming up. The ships are coming in. You're using caution wherever it is you travel. You're like doing your research on the location. Water in the reverse. Away from this water spirit. You see this here, it's got that water spirit. It's got its hand on that woman's head, but it's like in the reverse. So whatever this water being is, it's like it could be a hidden. I gotta get my fly swatter out. So I have guests. They open the door, the slider, to go out and smoke, and they let the flies in. Irritating me. Okay, now. water. So we got well, first let's look up location. A significant property or destination, sacred land, the earth and the rocks beneath, or surrounding a structure with an energetic imprint that wants to be acknowledged. So you're doing research on a significant property or sacred land. You're using caution, you're doing your research, you're traveling, luck is on your side, you're doing your research on the property. And then here we've got like the water in the reverse. Like you may not want one side to be water, you may want your property to be defendable so that you can have, like, you know, exit routes everywhere. Could be that. I mean, that's what came to my mind. You know, so that you don't run into that little water creature. Have somebody sink your battleship or whatever. You don't want to run into any invasive species of the water. Yeah. So you're looking at that, you're doing your research, you're using caution, you're making sure that that looks to me like that you're not gonna, it's not gonna be like, you know, you're gonna have like all exit routes all the way around. You're not gonna be boxed in or at risk of this water spirit or whatever. We got a Knight of Wands who's charming, that might want to come in, but this is a triangular third party enemy. There is a change here. Dinner. There's a change in dinner plans. There's a change. You are what you eat. Focus on sustainable options. So there's a change in dinner. There's a change in what you get to eat. King of Swords knows the truth about the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This kin could be family. Illness, a family illness. A family illness. A family prioritizing their own needs in difficult times. They let the monster out of the closet. This family let the monster out of the closet. They said agnostics settled for something less than reasonable or something like that. So it's like, you know, we had a collective of people here who were feeding their most precious, innocent whatever to whatever for some shekels or whatever. They let the monster out of the closet. Playing around. Seven of Pentacles. Your hard work has attracted a freaking narcissist to your level of peace. We've got, oh, hard work paid off. Narcissist, peace, and trickster. So what? A narcissist is too full of themselves. They're attracted to your peace. This is a trickster. They're looking at your Ace of Cups, new love. They want to get in a relationship or something with you. They want to get you pregnant. This is a player. They have expectations. This trickster has expectations of coming in and getting you pregnant. The call. The call. This player, the call. Turn your ringer off. Turn your ringer off. Turn your ringer off. This dude doesn't have any, there's nothing fun. There's nothing fun happening at this party. There's nothing fun for you happening at that party. Don't go to the party. This is a trickster. Temperance angel. Divorce. Experiencing a breakup. We've got a promise. What's the promise? Hunger. 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 Balance. So they're getting divorced out of their balance. Oh my goodness. Divorced. What's going on? What in the heck? What, did they not put that in here? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong, okay, hold on. Hunger. I'm looking at hunger. They're coming to get you. The temperance angel is divorced out of this energy. There's a promise. It says they're coming to get you. Somebody wants to come get you. Somebody wants to feed on you. Somebody wants to trap you. You divorced them out of their energy. You didn't pick up the call. You turned off your ringer. Somebody was certain that they were going to come in and get you pregnant, this player, but you turned off your ringer. It was a trickster. You found out it was a trickster in the past. You found out it was a trickster. You turned off your ringer. Temperance angel, divorce, promise. So you cut them off. What now there's a promise. So there's a promise. They want to come in, they want to feed. You divorce them because they promised each other that they were going to feed on you. Oh my gosh. High priestess reversed. Fire sign, justice. This is a half-breed, a mutant, a genetic experiment on the justice system. Or maybe there's a, what the heck is going on? There's a fire sign justice. Combination. We have a justice on the, and they were not delivering justice. We got a high priestess in the reverse. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They are a justice or a magistrate, but they are a half-breed or a scientist experiment. They're the Mr. Fly, that movie from The Fly in the 80s or whatever. They went through some kind of genetic alterations. They're on there. So then we've got, in the environment, we've got Page of Wands going on a new journey. They'll be back because in the reverse, we got a pathway, a compass, which is perfect. What's going on? Grief. Somebody's in grief. Somebody's in grief over Pet Cemetery. You have the perfect path. They won't be back. You're going on a new journey where these ones won't be back. Your compass is perfect. You didn't cheat. The Pet Cemetery is in grief. Those who were feeding on you are in grief. Six of Wands, victory and triumph over justice in the reverse. South Node justice, dishonesty, legal flaws, unfairness regarding a honeymoon. Or maybe you're getting a honeymoon. You're one honeymoon phase. So now you're getting a new beginning because you have victory over this injustice. So you're getting a new beginning. Because they martyred you. Because they martyred you and you were innocent. They were feeding on you. These Pet Cemetery these scientific experiments, you know, calling forth the dead, these necromancers were feeding on this temperance angel, this earth angel, this oracle, if probably connected to source energy. They martyred this. They fed on them. They're getting divorced from the people. There's a promise. They're going to go hungry, or they're hungry. They want it. Oh my goodness. You're getting a new beginning because they martyred you and they cursed you. They're afraid because you've got a new beginning now over the legal flaws, the dishonesty, and the unfairness. So you're getting a new beginning because they martyred you and cursed you, and they were feeding on you. This high priestess is a science experiment sitting on the justice bench, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're getting your 10 of Pentacles. Wow, that's heavy, man. So you're getting your 10 of Pentacles, inheritance and wealth. Give it time, everything in divine timing. Let it flow. You were able to preserve yourself. You survived. And you're not the only one there that survived. So that's good. What do you know, man? Lies. You survived. It was all lies. It was all lies by the undead who need to feed on the angelic energy to keep from decomposing. They could be neighbors with a scientist. Maybe your neighbors are some of these people. Dreams. I don't know. They might be in your dreams. Flight and fate and earth. Flight. So their fate is to leave the earth. Flight. To take a flight from the earth, which is then going to be celebrating. Okay. Incredible. So it's like whoever this high priestess in the reverse was your copycat. This was a triangular third-party trap with a narcissist who scoped out your peace and lured you in with his trickster moves. This is the past. This is way long ago. This is way long ago. I mean, it's kind of now, but way long ago. Like in the past. You got lured in by a narcissist who was attracted to your peace and your love, and they tricked you, getting you pregnant, a player. Then they turned off their ringer. They abandoned you. And then this earth angel. Then there's a divorce. Promise. Hunger. They abandoned their promise. They left you there and let everybody feed on you. And then they deceitfully convicted you, martyred you, cursed you. Ending. It's ending. So you're going on an adventure. You're getting a new opportunity. You are successful here. You're using caution. You will be traveling soon. Luck is on your side. This is a location. You might be scoping out the location. You may not want it to be surrounded by water or have anything to do with water because you know about this thing in the water. Maybe whatever this thing in the water is ending. Maybe your experience with this beast in the water is ending. We've got a Knight of Wands. Charming, charming, charming. There's a change with dinner. There's a change in the menu. There's no more conquest. There's no more notch in the headboard. There's no more sexual harvesting of energy. That's ending. There's a change in dinner plans. There's no more harvesting sexual energy. The King of Swords knows the truth about this. He is the authority regarding, he could be an earth sign, or he knows about an earth sign kin who let the dog out, the rabid dog. He let the monsters out. These kin, they let all the monsters out. And they lost. What were they trying to do? Were they trying to destroy the world? Were they trying to infect everybody with rabies? With sickness? Yes, because they were spraying the skies, trying to get everybody on this medication, because according to them, this medication is a connector, a bridge, and an opportunity for ownership. Because if you didn't need the medicine, then, you know, or because you need the medicine, you know, you would, he's assuming that you would experience a temple failure if you were not taking the medicine. So these people have been spraying the skies, poisoning the foods, and doing all sorts of things to cause a sickness within the body. And let's not forget parasites and all that crap, right? And everything else, the heavy metals and all that stuff that's in all the other things. So they wanted people sick. They wanted people on this medicine because it was a trap. So they would toxify everybody, get everybody on the medicine, one form or another. And by the time they were old, they were on many, many medicines, and lately anyway. And they considered that because your temple would have a failure without it, that they own the temple and everything that's inside of it. And they do it with this legal loophole saying that you were not capable of managing yourself well. Therefore, you still need to go through the loop and learn, right? Because it's a trap. And they lost. They let out the monster and got everybody sick and infected, and they still lost. So your hard work paid off. This narcissist is too damn full of themselves. You are peace. You are peace. It always was. They tried to paint you as something else. They're a trickster. They're a damn trickster. We've got grieving in the reverse. We've got a grieving. You're not grieving. It worked out just the way you thought. Ace of Cups. You got a new beginning. Pregnancy. You might have birthed something new. You're not answering the calls for this player. You know they're a trickster. Okay, now the story's starting to kind of get it. So you've got, you grew. You got this 7 of Pentacles. You're all full of peace. You're like, yeah, I've been working away, minding my business, getting my life together, doing my thing. You maintained your peace, and the whole time, like right in between, you're working away, working your peace, and you got this narcissist coming in, trying to trick you. But you're not grieving. You're not grieving over anything. Your Ace of Cups is big and full, and you've got pregnancy here. Now, whether it's a literal pregnancy or maybe it's just a new concept, maybe you're protecting your womb. Maybe this is a new sort of pattern that you'd like to develop. Readying the womb. Preparing, you know, the portal for life. This Ace of Cups, new love, you know, for mothers. You hung up the call on the player. You're no longer taking calls from the player because you know what's happening here. You know, you're like, man, I know what this triangular freaking two against one or two against one business is all about. You know, nobody wants to deal with that. This is a player. So you're really thinking about what? Being a mother, You know, you're peaceful. I say mother because it's a female there, but and the player has a man card on it, but it could just be that you're really thinking about your womb space and the power of your womb and what that means to Source, Creator, who allowed us the opportunity to be here and proliferate, right? But yeah, you're not taking that call from that player no more. Ring her off. You're thinking seriously about your future and what you're gonna birth into the world with your love. You're a temperance angel here, and you are divorcing out. There's a promise. There's a divorce. You're experiencing a breakup, and there is a promise here. Somebody is getting a promise. What? They're gonna go hungry? Somebody promised. Somebody was promised hunger, or maybe somebody is being promised hunger, like you divorced. There's a divorce with the earth angelics. All of the merchandise, the energy, everything else that goes with these earth angels, they're divorced. So now there's a promise of hunger. Hunger. You know, and I heard somebody say that this earth angel, you know, if they couldn't trap this earth angel, that it meant that there was going to be famine or something. So apparently there's a collective out there that's warring, trying to collect these earth angels, or this earth angel in particular, whatever, who they had martyred and unjustly imprisoned and caused a great suffering and cursing of. What the heck, man? They're coming to get you. There's a promise that they're coming to get you. The earth angel is divorced, experiencing a breakup, and there's a promise of hunger. They're not taking the call of the player anymore. Your love is running over. You're thinking about what it is you're going to birth into the world. You're no longer taking calls from the player. You're setting up a safe space for yourself. The appetites of others can limit your freedom, leading you to create personal barricades. So it could be that you have a promise of a personal barricade against those who are trying to come in and feed on you. That's what it looks like to me. There's a promise of a protection. You're divorced out of it. You're not going to be dealing with these people who have been feeding on you anymore. You got a promise of a divorce. It's not because they made things very, very hard for you. You know. So there was a high priestess in the reverse. Fire sign, justice. This is a combination. This is not a human. This is a human and some kind of animal. And we've got distant. They might be at a distance, physically distant. The lens is being looked through. So this high priestess deceitfully convicted this temperance angel and then trapped them in this business here. Unleashed freaking Cujo and curses all over the freaking world. They unleashed rabid behaviors all over the freaking world with their unjust system. This high priestess reverse. This isn't even a real justice, a real magistrate. This is a poser. A freaking poser, man. Feeding on temperance angels, on earth angels. There's a page of wands here who's very enthusiastic about a new journey. We've got they'll be back in the reverse. So these people, whatever these people are, they're not coming back. We got a new pathway here. It's perfect or maybe because you didn't take any shortcuts. You felt it, you healed it, you settled and maintained your balance between your happy and your sad states. We've got pet cemetery is grief. In grief here, they don't know what you're going to do. They're having some kind of anxiety. They don't know what's going to happen next. They're in grief. You're getting a new pathway. You've got victory, and you have triumphed over legal flaws and dishonesty. This unfair, we've got, so the unfairness, you're getting a honeymoon. You're getting a new beginning because they martyred you and cursed you, and you were innocent. It was a legal flaw. It was unfair and dishonest. martyring. They unalived you. And this probably happened over and over again with this crooked invader race or invader species. Invasive species is what Spirit said. These invasive species, what they are. Cursed. Pieces in the reverse. Pieces in the reverse. So, yeah, you have a victory over dishonest legal flaws. They deceitfully convicted you. You're getting a new beginning because they martyred you and cursed you. They might have actually martyred you on your honeymoon during this whole thing right here. Take it as it resonates. They're in grief because you're not in pieces. 10 of Pentacles, you're getting your inheritance. Give it time, everything in divine timing, let it flow. You were able to self-preserve through your inner work. It wasn't a lie. They lied about you. They said you were going to be what they are, which is this upside down high priestess, this genetic experiment sitting on the justice seat. Lying and deceitfully trapping earth angels so that these pet cemetery people could feed on them. There's a promise that you're going to get divorced out of these people that have been feeding on you and making things very difficult for you. You survived. It was all lies from childish people trying to portray themselves as powerful, knowledgeable, intelligent, clever. All they were is very good actors and very good red rummers of people, you know, brutalizers of people. That was it. You know, they did traumatize severely the collective soul of humanity. You know, if you allow yourself to tap into it, it's horrid, man. I don't know. I mean, we're going to need help kind of transmute the shock of that. You know, it's hard enough on an individual level. Childish, they were playing games with love, and everything that they built on that energy is crumbling. It's all going down because they got caught up in a whirlwind. They left you alone with nothing in a rabbit freaking hole of suffering. They did not keep their promises that they made to many earth angels. Many flames. They're guilty. They've been found guilty of lying, cheating, stealing, and you're leaving. You're leaving them behind, those who neglected you, and they're not able to free themselves from this web they wove because they've been using love as an escape route. They're reaching out for you or somebody, and nobody's answering the call because they were tempted by the snake and they burned you. Not very nice. Not very nice. The sad thing about this, guys, is that this has been going on for cycle after cycle. Like, you know, you've been in other countries before. People know you by your number, you know, your social security number or whatever number your country gives you. I mean, the people that run this kind of feeding thing, they know you. This is centuries old. That's why they give everybody a number. Tax purposes. You know, how much money do you owe me for that slave I let you use for its lifespan? Kind of crap. So you have an opportunity. You are successful here. You're going on an adventure. You're using caution before you travel. Luck is on your side. Your location could be hidden, or maybe it's beyond the water, or it's away from the water. It's not surrounded by water. You don't have to deal with this water monster. You dealing with that is ending. It could be that this is a Leviathan character that's I don't know, your ship is coming in and there's no water for you. It's like you don't have to sail the choppy waters of Leviathan. That's ending. So their ability to rob you is ending. Their ability to rob you is ending. This unfairness is ending. Knight of Wands is a third-party enemy, triangular trap. This is going to change. Their menu for dinner is going to change. They're no longer able to hit it and quit it, or just another notch in the headboard, or withdraw people's energy through sex. They're going to be separated from that. They're going to be separated from that. They're going to have to do it alone. No more freaking harvesting sexual energy out of people and breaking hearts and feeding on them. This is so terrible, man. We're better than that. I mean, I would like to think. But, you know, you've got these people here who are, they're intelligent, but they can't feel empathy. They don't love. There's nothing there. And there's no source connection. They're like, you know, animals. They're not the star seeds. They're not star seeds. They're not star seeds. They're like they're the actual made of the elements, kind of whatever's in the flesh suit isn't a star seed. The earth angels have been unlawfully and deceitfully convicted of things, martyred, and then cursed so that these ones could feed on them eternally. These entities. King of Swords knows the truth about it. He's got mental clarity regarding an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is kin. Could be kin. They unleashed the monster. They imposed illness on everybody. This rabid dog, or this rabid creation, this intelligent animal, or whatever. This network. This whole network lost. This whole network lost. Seven of Pentacles, hard work pays off. This narcissist was attracted to your peace, or they were pretending that they were peaceful. This is a trickster. And we've got grieving in the reverse. You have nothing to grieve for. They couldn't bring you grief. You are a sweetheart. You're going to get your sweetheart blissful life. Ace of Cups, new love you're imagining, being a mother, or what you're going to birth into the world. You got a player here who's kind of stalking you, but you've turned the ringer off. There won't be any, because you know what these got going on at that party. You know what they're doing at that party. Freaking mask. Nobody wants that pop. Yeah, nobody wants that popcorn because you know they're a mask wearer. You're thinking about being a mother. You don't want to go party with some playa. He's pretending that, you know, they like you or that they're peace. This Temperance angel is getting divorced from this scenario, and there's a promise of hunger for those who made it hard for this diamond. Destiny. Fate. High Priestess reversed, fire sign, justice combination. This is an actual intelligent animal seated on the justice. This is distant. They could be far away. We got an idea. They might have an idea. They might be messing. They might be tapped in to other people's minds, like this High Priestess here. They don't have connection to source, but they're intelligent, and they have technology and spell work that can curse, hex, tap in, trap, you know, whatever. So that's what they did, was they tapped you from a distance and then took your damn justice seat. Took your seat on the freaking bench. They took your seat on the bench. That's what they did. They tapped your mind, cursed you, hexed you, martyred you, and then stuffed you in a damn hole and let all of these people at the pet cemetery feed on you. wear masks, doing sacrifices at parties and stuff, tricking people. You're a damn sweetheart. You have nothing to grieve. You don't have nothing to grieve. Everything's working out just as it should for you. Promise. Promise. So yeah, fear, you got an enthusiastic new beginning. They're not going to be back. They're not going to be back on your pathway because you didn't take any shortcuts. You felt it all. Somebody's having anxiety. They're in grief. They're in grief over your promise. Over your promise. You're getting a promise. Your assurance. Your confirmation. You are responsible. Somebody's in grief because you're responsible. You stay true. You do what you say you're going to do. Six of Wands, triumph and victory over this dishonesty and this false legal paperwork. You're getting a new beginning because they martyred you and cursed you. They cursed you with never being able to pick up the pieces. They never wanted you to make it out of this. This was impossible. They thought it was impossible. We got loss in the reverse. They couldn't bring you loss. You're not in pieces. You're not in pieces. They can't bring you loss. You're not in sorrow. You're not damaged. You survived. You're getting your 10 of Pentacles here. Everything in divine timing. You were able to self-preserve. You survived the lies of these childish people, and now they're going to get cast away. They're going to get cast away. Yesterday, the read was they have to leave the earth. They have to leave the earth. Whoever these intelligent animals are, these interspecies or whatever, they got to leave the earth because they were tapping the minds of the doctors and the sons of Eden. And this just isn't cool. This is the garden, you know, and they came in and turned it into a freaking slaughterhouse, brothel, war zone. You know, dominate, war, you know, and that's just not what it's about. It's just not what it's about. It's about love. It's about temperance angels. It's about family. They lost. They lost. They're disappointed. They're disappointed in this fight. They're sick about this fight. They could be feeling sick because they were doing magic on your adventure. They tried to curse your adventure. And when they did that, you know what? You were proven to be a good moral human. Maybe they wanted your adventure. They wanted to be seen as you. They wanted your business. This is who you are, a good moral human. You've earned a ton of merit. You're going to get your union and your business, and there's evidence of what they've done to disturb your mind, your house, your energy, and make you sick. For sure, there's proof of it. The illusions that they were casting over people who were blind, messing with their mind. They were doing it for money. You're worth saving. You're getting your reward for bringing this up here. You survived. So this is the conclusion of this. You're getting the fruits of your labor. You loved yourself to health. You're still a loving person despite whatever they did. I mean, you're the earth angel. It's like you're temperance. And these ones who are, you know, intelligent animals don't understand what it is to be you. An actual star seed, an actual angel who is here for peace, who is here to birth more angels. Wild. And all these intelligent animals want to do is play games with love for money. Destroy people's lives because they didn't want earth angels. They just wanted to trap them all and then feed on their energy of suffering because they like that low vibrational energy, and then do mad scientist experiments on them. That's what, you know, making more intelligent animals. It's crazy. But they lost, and they let the monster out. I hope that this brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.